she arrives in Brooklyn. She's 2 blocks from where she's supposed to meet Niamh, and she's greeted by a gun being held at her head by Declan, who makes her come inside. And all I thought is like, Lorcan, one would think you wouldn't want Kierse being held at gunpoint again. But this does seem to be like the go-to behavior for the Druids. And then thankfully, like, Niamh shows up and takes Kierse with her, since Kierse is like, she calls her guest. And I'm just like, I don't know how we're supposed to like Lorcan, like, at all, ever.
Yeah. And we also don't like Declan at this point. Like, he's being a dick.
No.
He's also being a dick to Niamh. And we're just like, they have some animosity between the two of them. So let's also talk a little bit more about what we learned during this visit. So Niamh and Kierse visit Lorcan in his office. And of course, he knew that she was coming. And he literally calls her his little songbird. And you're like, is this cute? I don't know. I don't know if I like this nickname. Like,
I don't. It gives me creepy old man vibes.
It really does. And Lorcan claims he wants her approval. And Kierse is like, well, you have to earn it. I'm like, well, step one would be stop having people greet her with guns to her face. Like, step one. That might be the simplest thing you could do.
The bar is so low.
Yeah. And he makes a creepy comment saying how good it is that my girls are friendly. To which Niamh responds, like the good old days? And it's like, like that's a breadcrumb for what we learn later about Lorcan, Niamh, and Lorcan's wife, who is dead. And Lorcan takes Kierse to see Ethan and mentions he is an acolyte in training. So apparently it just takes years to become a full druid. He's like, the first line of training in becoming a druid is removing attachments to the physical world. Hello, that's a cult. Cult. So because of that, like, that's why no one's heard from him in 5 months. Ethan is in training and has definitely become stronger since Kierse has been gone. Like, he's got like muscles now. Like, oh, hello. Good for you.
Good for you, Corey, eventually.
I know. And Ethan's glad to see her, but then he asks about Corey. And you're like, how's my man? How's my boyfriend? And he's like, well, I'm supposed to get out in a month, and I hope, Corey will see me then. And it's like, well, we'll see. I hope. He does. And then Ethan tells Kierse that the Druids aren't her enemy. Okay. That's like what every cult member says. Or like good little soldier, as Kierse calls him. And supposedly Ethan has learned some stuff about Graves while he's been there, and clearly thinks that Graves is the enemy. He even makes a comment about not being able to trust Kierse if she is working with Graves again. And then he leaves and goes back to training. And you're just like, dude, come on. Like, you're gonna really be with the guy that, like, has threatened to kill you multiple times? Whatever.
Yes, apparently.
So dumb.